This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports, since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors, presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Wcxo Elevator in Centralia. See Wcxo for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle, and by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland, and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Weedman Ford studio on this Saturday. Coming up, a lot of baseball, you bet. First with Germantown Reds skipper Rick Sherman, and then it's off for Pittsburgh, PA, for Cardinals bullpen coach Brian Everskirt. Plus, as always on a Saturday, we have the Easy on Travel Trivia Quiz at 594-2576, 594-2576. How about some free golf from Carlisle Lake Golf Club for 4? Sounds like a good deal to me. Let's open up scores and stuff. It's brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located just 7 miles north of Carlisle. When your car or truck needs major or minor repairs, whichever is the case, see Hoffman Auto Body. And on the H&H Computer Services guest line, it's over to C-Town for Tom Burleson. Burley, good morning.
Morning, Rip. How's it going?
It's going pretty good, except for that miserable Cardinals loss last night. Did you catch any of that?
I watched a little bit of it, then had to leave. Had to head to the Legion for the big Queen of Hearts drawing.
Oh, did you win the Queen of Hearts drawing?
No, I wish.
Somebody won the Queen of Hearts drawing?
Yes, some girl here from Centralia won it. I think her name was Jerry Hufford. She works for the post office, so I'm sure she can use the money.
How much?
Well, it was $100,000. That was the limit. They drew until somebody won last night, but they showed a picture of her on Facebook last night, and there was a check for $75,000. So I guess maybe the government had to get their share.
What? 25 grand? Oh, okay. Well, the Pirates got their share of the Cardinals last night. They skipped out of PNC with a 7-6 win. It wasn't very pretty at all. And they had Chris Archer, who big ballyhooed trade. He came over. He laid an egg. 4 and third innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 4 walks. And, well, the Cardinals couldn't still get by. But the Pirates fans, I guess, I don't know what, they still gave this guy a standing ovation. He did rotten as rotten as you could do.
Well, I did catch the first part of the game when they took him out. And, yeah, nice to get a standing ovation and not do very good. But I guess they were just welcoming to Pittsburgh.
I suppose. Our expectations are the bar is so low anymore. The only really Cardinal highlight was the Matt Carpenter home run, another leadoff home run. That's 8 this season. Took the third pitch and slammed it over the center field wall. John Gant was shuffled around quite a bit. That's going to happen, though. I mean, I'm not expecting great chunks from John Gant. And then Dexter Fowler, I never want to see anyone get hurt. But as far as him missing a lot of time now, since it happened, fine by me. Just play the youngsters and play Jose Martinez.
Yeah, that's a bad break for Dexter. No
bad break, literally. Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? I think the problem with John Gant was he shaved his beard off and lost all of his power.
He'll grow that back in about 2 days.
Probably, yeah.
But I did a little research here last night before the game, so these aren't completely up to snuff. But basically, because everybody, and rightfully so, Jose Martinez is not a good defensive player. Okay, I get that. But there have been a lot of guys in the past, Torrey at third, Brock, Lonnie, and just on this current team, Carpenter's made 8 errors. That's what they've charged him with. And a 983 fielding percentage. That's his numbers. DeYoung, 9 and 965. Munoz, 10 and 944. Jerkle, 12 and 933 of the ones who play a lot or start basically all the time. Jose Martinez, best every one of those with 7 and 989. He's their best hitter. Get him in the lineup. Yank him in the late innings if you have to for maybe a better defensive player and go from there. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what they need to do, or else they need to dip down into the AAA again and get some guys up and some guys down.
I suppose they tried to trade him. He's probably not in their plans, but yet they want to win this year, do they? I mean, they're close enough. Then they get the guy some at-bats. And how they ended up with Molina at first base and Carpenter at third in the bottom of the 8th inning, I have no idea. But that I tell you, that throw and non-catch from Carpenter and Molina, that combination is one of the most pitiful things I've ever seen.
Yeah. You just never know anymore, do you?
Goodness. Anyway, it was a better outing Thursday and a game and 2 before that. The Redbirds won that 3-2. We saw a good game a week ago last night, didn't we, as the Cardinals did tank those Cubbies over at Busch. That was a good contest.
Yeah.
Error-free game, played very well, clean.
It was, great tickets, thanks to Snake.
Yeah, very good tickets, too. What were they? They actually sold for $159, those particular box seats.
Yes, they did, and like I said, nothing like a free ticket.
Nothing like a free ticket now. Yeah, they raise prices when the good teams come in. My question is, why don't they lower prices when the lousy teams check in?
Well, can you imagine what the prices on the green seats would be? Like, if those were $159 for the Cubs, what would the green seats be?
And I don't know what
$400 or $500.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they are. So what do you think? Matheny gone. It's been a couple of weeks now, and Mike Schilt is the new manager. He's the interim, and I guess it all depends on how the club does over these last 2 months and as to what his future is.
Yeah, Schiltz, I think he's doing pretty good, but then, he's got a lot of help there on the bench, too, with, Kendall. They talk real often, and I'm sure there's a lot of strategy going on in that dugout.
See, I think he's one of the most overrated guys in baseball, Okendo. I really do. I mean, he's supposed to be Mr. Infield defense and base running. They're lousy at both. They're terrible again this year.
What happened to Ozuna last night?
He
didn't catch the stop at third ahead of him, and he ran himself into an out.
Yeah, he's been a disappointment. He's got to pick up the pace somewhere along the line there. Must
be the fluorescent sleeve.
Yeah, glow boy. That's what he is. Come on, man. Tommy Pham, a lot of trades made, and Cocky Tommy's one of those that go from St. Louis. Of course, they, I think, hopefully, at least for the time, shored up the bullpen. And then Pham, who was just, he was really poor this year. He's done for at least a month, I guess, with the Rays. He fractured his foot Thursday night, so he was 0 for 5, and he's down with an injury. He gambled and lost on. He should have taken that money from the Redbirds last over the winter.
Yeah, I heard that this morning where he broke his foot too.
A lot of that going on.
It's spreading, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's spreading. These are dangerous times, and he may not even be with Tampa Bay come next year. I was glad to see myself Lance Lynn. He's been moved into the starting rotation for the Yankees as Sonny Gray just continues to scuffle big time. So good. Lance Lynn may have the last laugh after all.
Yeah, that's good for Lance Lynn. And also I heard that Matt Holliday had signed with the Colorado, right? Minor league contract.
That's great.
And what's the name of the team he's playing for? I heard it's a funny name.
Oh, it is.
It wasn't the Tadpoles or something. It was some weird name like that. Yeah.
I don't remember what their club is called. But he's up. Is he in the lower ranks right now? He's not at AAA. I didn't pay too much attention, but
I'm not sure if he's AAA or AA.
He's probably. I think he went to the Grand Junction, the Rockies, but that was original. So who knows? Good luck to him. Good guy, and he's a good hitter. The Cubs won last night 5-4. Miami fell to Philly 5-1, but Burley, it wasn't because of Avison's Trevor Richards. It wasn't his fault. He went 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, and of course they yank him out. He actually suffered the loss. 3-6. His ERA is under 4 now, so he keeps on climbing up those charts.
Yeah, he's doing real good. And didn't I see where you got a bobblehead?
Yes, I did. Thanks to I'm going to call it a mystery donor because I don't think he wants his name mentioned. But I appreciate that.
He might be hit up too much.
That's the deal. So we'll leave that out of the Verlander fan 14 and an interleague win for the Stros over the Dodgers. The White Sox won. Shohei Ohtani smashed a couple of homers for the Angels. I'm always happy to see him do well. He's a breath of fresh air for baseball.
Yeah, and it was also good to see pitching the other night.
Did he? I think I missed it.
Yeah, he did. Well, he had his interpreter right there with him too. So
yeah, what did he say?
Couldn't understand him.
The interpreter?
Yeah.
Either one. Well,
either one.
Rick Porcello sure pitched last night for the Bo Sox as he one-hit the Yankees, a third-inning leadoff home run. That was it.
Wow.
Great effort. Huh? Great performance there. And Randall Grichuk, who I'm one of the few, I guess, I still wish he was with the Redbirds. He was 4 for 5 last night with a ribby. Not having a spectacular year, but I can name a lot of guys who. This kid is, though, all of a sudden, especially Centralia's Mason McCreakin. How about that, Burley? He's in the pros with the Atlanta Braves organization.
Yeah, that's great. Great news there.
Yeah,
another local boy is going to make it big, hopefully.
Yeah, he's been under the radar, but who knows, man? Not a big guy. That doesn't matter either in baseball. It sometimes helps as far as pitching goes, especially, but he's going to get his chance. That's all you can ask for, and he's in Danville, Virginia with their advanced rookie league team. So the best of luck to Centralia's and Mason McCreakin. Hall of Famers last week. Jim Tomei went in. Good Peoria boy. Always love that stuff, Burley.
Yeah. Are you going to the ceremony?
That was a week ago, but and I'm not going to go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame ceremony today either. That's at Canton, so that's today. Terrell Owens isn't going though either. He's not showing up. What a jerk.
Oh boy.
My goodness. Let's see. So yeah, I'm missing that, and I missed the Hall of Fame game. And Johnny Manziel, who I'm fine with. I like. He was brutal last night in his first CFL game. Threw 4 picks in the first half and got benched. I don't suppose we'll talk about Urban Meyer. That's a sticky situation at Ohio State there.
Yeah, you know what? Urban Meyer, he's kind of suspended right now or whatever. You think his wife is still working too for Ohio State?
Yeah, she should be.
Okay.
Yeah, separate issues, right?
Yeah.
Besides, the family needs the money. What?
You don't think she knew anything about that, do you?
Probably, but I didn't think we were going to talk about that, Burlhead.
Okay, go ahead.
As Guy Eddie calls you. Let's see. Now we have jersey sponsorships in the NBA. The Memphis Grizzlies have been tagged with the FedEx on their uniform tops. Speaking of not having enough money, looks Bush League to me.
Oh, boy.
Can't have enough, though, can you?
Right.
I don't suppose. Vince Carter, that's pretty cool. He's 41 years old. He's going to play again in the National Basketball. So he obviously loves the game, so that's good.
Well, that is good for him, too. Somebody 41 years old still able to.
Can you imagine?
Do that.
21 years. 21 years. And golf, 3 are tied atop the Bridgestone Invitational. I'm not going to mention that one guy because he's not there. They always mention his name first. The leaders never get any credit.
Oh, you mean TW?
Yeah, I just prefer Eldrick, unless and until he wins
EW.
again. He doesn't deserve that other tag. Fatelum leads the British Open. I have no idea how to pronounce her. I need that interpreter. There's so many South Koreans and gals from Thailand on the LPGA circuit. It's really hard to keep up. Jerry Smith, there you go. He fronts the 3M Championship, and NASCAR strolls into Watkins Glen tomorrow. Anything else, Burrowhead?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout-out to an old buddy and a teammate of mine over at McHenry, Kurt Klein. He's a loyal listener, and I think he's a big Clinton County Baseball League support.
Yeah, Kurt, good guy. He checks in a lot on my Facebook post and so forth, too. So hello to Kurt this morning.
Yep.
Is that it?
That's it. And tell Gertie Burley says hi.
All right. He knows. but we'll try and mention her. I'll text them later.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Burlhead.
Okay. Well, hey, Rip, you got a bunch of stuff out for your rummage sale this.
Today? I've never done that. I need to. I can make a lot of money with the stuff I've got around, but I'm always here working with my show and stuff. So.
Well, that's okay.
Priorities.
You can put it on an honor system like you do at Halloween.
Yeah. No. I don't believe. All right. Okay. We'll see you, Burley.
All right, see you, Rip.
That's Burley on Scores and Stuff. All of it was brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located 7 miles north of Carlisle. It's easy to find, easy to check in when you need to get your car or truck fixed. Standing by, Rick Sherman, Brian Everskirt, and Trivia, all on Talkin' Sports. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkin's because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia.
As a business owner, you know that every year brings new challenges and opportunities. The success of your business demands expertise and focus, and Country Financial can help you keep that focus by helping ensure you have the right insurance protection in place to meet your goals. Marvin Gertis, your Country Financial representative in New Baden, can help you create a customized insurance plan that has coverages designed just for your business. Call Marvin Gertis today, 588-7112. Coverages may vary by state. Policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Bloomington.
Hi, I'm Perry Stanfa from Central Illinois Truck Service in Greenville. We are celebrating our first anniversary with an open house on Friday, August the 10th, from 10 a.m. until 2 in the afternoon. I want to thank you for a great first year with a free lunch, attendance prizes, and giveaways. Stop by and join us for our Customer Appreciation Day on Friday, August the 10th at Central Illinois Truck Service, 1713 East Bowman Drive in Greenville.
Mind if I turn on the radio?
The music is great and it doesn't cost anything.
It's Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. Rip here in the Wigman Ford studio on this good-looking Saturday morning. Let's skip to Germantown on the H&H Computer Services guest line for Reds manager Rick Sherman. Rick, welcome back.
Good morning, Rip. Thanks for having me back on the air again.
Yeah, and you snap your fingers, and all of a sudden it's time for the Clinton County League playoffs. It's amazing, and you capped off your regular campaign as the 4th seed after that was a crazy game, and a tough loss for you last Sunday.
Yeah, that was. I was rather frustrated at the end of the day on that one. We hit the ball well in that. Didn't get some timely hitting when we needed it, and that, especially with all the walks Breeze gave it. But it was just, I just classified it was an ugly game in that the wind was playing some heck with the ball and that, and we didn't play a real good, clean defensive game. That's just not the type of game you want to go into the playoffs on. But I said, hey, maybe we got it out of the way.
True. There you go. Yeah, you received 11 free passes, and then committed a couple of 2 errors.
Yeah. One of the errors was kind of costly. It led to a couple of runs, and that would have been an out that ended the inning. And then I think they scored 2 runs after that. And that, but their third baseman Justin Becker, he probably made 3 or 4 diving plays at third. And that,
really?
It always seems like he stands on his head against us. He made a couple diving stops and saved some base hits that we definitely would have scored on. And that, so I got to tip their head. They made some good plays, hold us down and everything. But you get 11 walks, you got to take advantage of that. You can't let them get away from you.
It was a 14-13 final, but you still had more chances then, huh, Rick? And each team had 15 hits. who led your offense? You had to have a few guys with multiple safeties.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think Alec Cool led the team with hits and that. We had several players in that. They just ripped some doubles down the lines and that. Ricky had a home run to left field in the middle of it. And that we kind of hit up and down the lineup and everything. Everybody had good at bats. Even some of our outs were real good, hard at bats and that. They just made some good plays on them and that. I thought we hit the ball well. Just didn't get that key hit when we needed it, to get over the hump. But the big thing was every time we'd score, we could get that shutdown inning. And you know how important that is. You got to have that shutdown inning after you score. And we couldn't get that. And I think that was kind of the tail of the game, is not getting a shutdown inning when we needed it.
Keep that mole going a little bit. Jace Timmerman must have been pretty awesome for the Merchants. What a day he had at the plate. Yeah,
I tell you what, Jace, he had to strip the gear off and then get the regular mitt on and the baseball hat and jump on the hill and that. So, and he came in and you could tell he wanted it. He wanted that victory and that, because he was there and back and humping it up there. And we put some good swings on him, but, he threw well. He threw strikes and that, and he was able to seal the win for him. We could have finished second in the lead and that, but that was going to take, with all the scenarios, Trenton was going to have to beat Centralia for us to finish second. And once you tell it a third or fourth, and that is like, it's going to be so competitive tomorrow on the games and everything. I don't think it really matters. It's whoever has the cleanest game and has the pitching is going to win tomorrow. And that it was just, I said it was just so exciting to have every game mean so much last Sunday to affect the standings. And that it's been a long time since it's been that critical in the league,
True.
Especially for first place and everything.
Yeah. Now, what I, of course, wanted to see, Rick, what I wanted to see happen, because I like conflict and, problems. I wanted to see 4 teams square at 8-4. Then I wanted to see what the commissioner would have done there. How that scenario would have played out.
Yeah, it was something as Jeremy Chicago he pretty well sent out a whole list of scenarios. Hey, if this is what happens, this was by the bylaw, what should happen. But, it would have got to, I think it was a third or fourth tiebreaker to settle it all. And that if we all would have ended up 8-4, they would have had to go down like 3 places and that to be able to settle out all the seeding for the playoffs if we would have all ended up 8-4.
Well, this was a little bit cleaner, and the Bart's in their usual spot, another regular season championship. But you at 7-5, Rick, that was another solid year for you, and definitely correct me because I'm going from memory. I don't think you got off to that super of a start, did you?
We didn't start out bad. We were sitting like a game under 500 in that as we rained out our first game, and we beat ourselves on the next game. I think we went to Aveston, and I say we gave that game away. We had a 5-1 lead going into, I believe it was the bottom of the 8th, and let them tie it. And we had opportunities to win it in the 9th and the 10th, and they ended up winning it in the 10th. But as we sat right about that 500 level in that right there, and then I think a little bit of our tail it kind of righted the ship as we went to Trenton, and that's when Trenton was they were sitting up on top of the league by 2 or 3 games, and we came out of there with a split, which and actually you'd like to win both, but I was happy coming out with a split as good as they were. And I think that righted the ship a little bit, and we started playing a lot better after that.
Yeah, and really the league was, the top 4 teams, obviously, nip and tuck, about as tight as you can get, but even Becky and Breeze at 4-8, Aveston 3-9, nobody embarrassed themselves. It was a pretty good league through and through.
Yeah, the league was really solid. I was really impressed in that. A little bit, I don't know, surprised is probably not a good word to say for a couple of the teams, but they played better than we thought they was going to play, and that which made for a great season all the way around. In that it could have went either, for all the teams, it could have a couple runs here or there, and that. But there wasn't really no big blowouts in that. I think there was one week through the season that I think all games were short games in that. But otherwise than that, everything was real competitive So we were 7-5, and we very easily could have been sitting at 10-2 in that, as well as being 7-5. We got short game by Centralia. That was a game they hit the snot out of the ball and that, and then we had a little bit of a rough game over in Bartelso. But otherwise than that, we lost a 1-run game to Trenton, a 1-run game to Aviston, and a 1-run game to Breeze. So I mean that's a difference between 10-2 and 7-5.
You certainly piled up the runs. 4 out of the top 10 hitters in the CCL belong to the Germantown Reds. Brock Hill and Rick Sherman, second and fourth, and it goes from there. Brock Hill, and talk about Rick too, but those two in particular, Brent Timmons there and Derleth, but that's quite a slam of people.
Yeah, a little bit. I had to text Chicago as they got Ricky in there. I messed that up on my game changer because I had myself in the lineup, and I gave some of his bad games to me in that. So his bad ain't quite as good as what it shows in the paper in that. But he's still hitting, I think, around 350 for the season. But Brock Hill just had a phenomenal season. When you looked at his overall stats, he was second place behind Ryan Campbell, who he just hit the ball crazy this year. But he hit for power, he scored the runs, and he does that from the leadoff spot for us. And he definitely sets the table and that. And then that Tyler Derleth was hitting in the free spot for us all year. That spot fit him really well, too. He hit for average and scored a ton of runs and had a bunch of RBIs and that. So
Centralia plays host to the Trenton Miners tomorrow, and you travel to Bartelso. That's a 1 o'clock first pitch, right, as the CCL second season begins.
That is correct, yes.
And you were in the finals a year ago, lost 2-0 to Aviston. They captured their first crown since, 2008? And you are in search of your first since '69.
Yeah, we're still
3 wins away.
And that is, I hope we can get there. And that is I got an old dirty thought in my mind is like, man, if we get there, I hope we can win this thing because I don't want to feel like Jim Kelly. Back when the Bills kept making the Super Bowl, and Jim
4 of them. Yep.
Out in that.
Yeah, I know it's
a tough game tomorrow with Bartelso.
Definitely.
And it's going to be a good matchup. And Glenn and Price are saying it just matter who plays cleaner ball is going to walk away with a victory tomorrow.
Yeah, and who pitches in? Who takes the hill for you tomorrow, Rick?
We're probably going to throw Tyler Morgan in that. Tyler's throwing really well for us in that. He didn't make as many games this year due to a job in that. He's in the police academy right now.
Really? Well, good for him.
So he wasn't able to make as many games this year. But when he has thrown, he's throwing really good. And, last year in the playoffs, he threw exceptional in the playoffs. He beat Bartelso last year. And, and then we're 1-run games against Aviston in the championship series. And that, so we're going to give him the nod tomorrow, and hope he's got a good start, and we'll just take it from there. I'm sure we'll see Tony on the bump for them guys.
Chances are, huh? Chances are.
Odds are, yeah.
Get that smooth lefty there. Hey, Rick, thanks for coming on again, and good luck tomorrow. And it may go beyond that, of course, too. So hope we have 2 really good games tomorrow.
Yep, me too, Grip. I appreciate you having me on the air tomorrow. Or today.
you got it, Rick. Yeah, it's almost tomorrow.
Right.
That's how fast it goes by. We'll see ya.
That's right.
Rick Sherman of the Germantown Reds. The Clinton County League playoffs commence tomorrow. 2 big games, and winners move on to the best of 3 finals. After that, championship season is here. So is trivia after these important messages.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
If you're in the market for a new home, refinance, or even a second home, give me a call today. I'm Anne-Marie Tabin at First Bank in Breeze. With almost 20 years of experience, I can guide you through the process of finding a mortgage product from First Bank that is right for you. Give me, Anne-Marie Tabin, a call today, 526-7724. First Bank and Breeze, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
I'm Arthur Flash Johnson. We're talking boxing on Max 96.7.
Hi, this is A.G. Becker. I've always tried to be a good listener. I found I learn a lot more about making Becker's a great jewelry store by listening than talking. So when other jewelry stores talk about themselves, I listen. Take engagement rings, for example. Some say, we have all the big designer brands. Others say, we design our own rings to offer you the designer look at a far lower price. So here's what Becker's offers you. Both. That's right, both. Because we believe you should have exactly what you want. You want a designer ring? We have Hearts on Fire, Art Carved, Rego, Scott K, the best in the business, just to name a few. Oh, and with our low overhead, you can buy those designer brands for a lot less at Becker's. Don't care about the name brand? Just want a lot of style for the best possible price? We've got you covered with our own designs. We can even design a completely unique ring for you. With over 600 engagement rings in stock, come see why Becker's is the place to shop. Just tell us what you want, we'll listen.
Welcome to our music warehouse. Lucky you're not the one who has to refile all these CDs. Playing everything.
You've got Max 96.7.
Hey, we are back. Rip here in the Wigman Ford studio. Still ahead. Baseball's Brian Eversgerd from the ballpark over in Pittsburgh, PA. Hopefully, well, I'm sure it went well. The weather was great and all. The Clinton County Relay for Life was last night at Central High, and they've done a great job through these many years, raised a lot of dineros. So look forward to seeing the absolute results come next week at some point. The time is 9:33. That time drop brought to you by Breeze Furniture, Jan's Uniforms. Let's whip up some trivia.
It's time for the Easy In Travel Trivia Quiz on Talkin' Sports. Escape to paradise with Easy In Travel and Breeze. Call 526-2201.
Thanks, Mel. Our number is 594-2576, 594-2576. Separate the two, and you are eligible to play unless you're someone in your household has won the last 8 weeks. Number 2, you can't be affiliated with or related to anyone at Max 96.7 or Easy in Travel, or for today, the Carlisle Lake Golf Club on the south side. Dan and Don Kipper are delivering a round of golf with carts for the foursome of your choice. So, yeah, you get the 9 holes of golf for 4 with rides. The only way to golf. You need to pick up their prize within 30 should you win. Here's the question. It focuses on baseball's Hall of Fame. The newest class went in a week ago tomorrow. All right. Which Hall of Fame pitcher with a minimum of 200 starts, file that away, which Hall of Fame hurler has lost the fewest games? Dizzy Dean, Sandy Koufax, or Whitey Ford? It comes from those 3. That winner does. Name the Hall of Fame pitcher with the fewest black marks in his loss column. Dizzy Dean, Sandy Koufax, or Whitey Ford? Challenge us at 594-2576, 594-2576.
Tonight, dare to dream big.
Friday, September 7th, join Stand Up to Cancer for all the inspiration.
It takes courage to take on cancer.
All the laughter.
You change one letter in cancer, it becomes dancer. What?
All the stars.
If we all stand up to cancer together, we can kick it so good.
Every network, every star. One night to save lives. Tune in live Friday, September 7th, 8/7 Central on ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC. Check your local listings for cable providers.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordikeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
If you're an athlete, coach, official, or fan, you need Lee Sports in Nashville. Lee Sports has it all for teams and individuals. From uniforms, shoes and equipment, to coaches apparel and officials gear. And Lee Sports carries name brands like Under Armour, Mizuno, Rawlings, and Adidas. Lee Sports also stocks a complete line of spirit wear and offers screen printing and custom embroidery, plus trophies, awards, and personalized items. Lee Sports in Nashville, your complete sporting goods headquarters.
Hey, it's Bill on the road from Mornings with Scott and Casey. You hear me talking each week about travel, and one of my favorite things about driving across America is finding great food. And lucky for you, Mama's on the Hill in St. Louis is a super easy road trip destination. Authentic Italian favorites like baked lasagna, spaghetti, and tortellini, thin crust St. Louis style pizza, and yes, Mama's on the Hill is the birthplace of toasted ravioli. Check out their menu online at mamasonthehill.com. Mama's on the Hill, on the Hill in St. Louis.
We tell you our music library contains an embarrassment of riches, except nothing embarrasses us, playing everything.
This is Max 96.7.
Hello again, Rip in the Wigman Ford studio. No winner yet on trivia. Here's the number another time. We'll toss it one more time, but be patient because we're about to line up Brian Everskirt on the telly as well. Here's that question. Which Hall of Fame pitcher has lost the fewest amount of games? Is it Dizzy Dean, Sandy Koufax, or Whitey Ford? You can hustle us again at 594-2576. 594-2576. We're coming back possibly with a winner and definitely with Gertie from Pittsburgh, PA. Stay tuned.
Southern Bus and Mobility is your Brawnability dealer in Breeze. Brawnability features the broadest lineup of wheelchair-accessible vehicles with more brands, entry types, features, and price points than any other manufacturer in the industry. See for yourself at Southern Bus and Mobility why a new or certified pre-owned wheelchair-accessible Brawnability vehicle is the only way to go. Call 526-4131 or stop by just east of Breeze on Old Route 50.
Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
Moving forward requires taking that first step. And when it comes to your future, your first step should be Kaskaskia College. With more than 50 degrees and 100 certificate programs, Kaskaskia College can prepare you for a great career, your next promotion, or set you on your educational path. Life is too short to wait. Take your first step to success with Kaskaskia College. Learn more today. Call 545-3040 or kaskaskia.edu.
When wearing contacts, you shouldn't even be able to feel them. If they're uncomfortable or feeling dry, come see us at Lebanon Optometric Center or Breeze Family Vision Center. We'll find the right contacts for you, whether it's multifocal, astigmatism, daily disposables, or hybrid lenses. Don't suffer through contacts that are just fine. We have all the major brands to choose from, and with locations in Breeze and Lebanon, if you damage or tear your contacts, we can replace them right away. Start seeing clearer today with a little help from Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center.
I'd like to start a campaign to blow the buttons off people's radios. Is that realistic?
This is Max 96.7.
Hello again, everybody. Rip back for a final fling here in the Wigman Ford studio. We have a trivia winner. We'll check in if I remember to tell you later on, but we've got to get this. Yeah, that Arthur Flash Johnson liner there, that was the one I was talking about a week or two ago. The Olympic boxer. We did that interview maybe 5-6 years ago he ended up being in a barber's chair in East St. Louis. Went rather well. So we'll touch base with trivia and our winner later. Let's go to, the H&H Computer Services guest line and PNC Park in Pittsburgh for Cardinals bullpen coach Hoffman's Brian Everskirt. Gertie, welcome back.
Good morning, Rip.
How are you doing? Is it lonely at PNC this morning?
Not a whole lot of people here right now, just a few workers and one of our bullpen catchers and Mike Maddox, our pitching coach, and that's about it.
Well, say hello to Coach Maddox for us.
I sure will.
And you join us this morning. Oh, it was an ugly loss, Gertie. We won't dwell on that, okay? But before that, the team had played better recently, definitely, and I mean the playoffs are within reach thanks to those two wild card structure, but you just got to get on somewhat of a roll. I'm not sure really, Brian.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're playing better baseball. We just last night was a little tough to take, but it's one of those games. We battled back. We got down a little early, and then battled back, and obviously had several opportunities and just couldn't quite pull it off. And the bullpen, we held up for a while, and then Hicks ended up giving up the one run there late, and we couldn't recover.
So at this juncture, 7.5 out in the division, 5 out in the wild card with 5 teams in front. But if you are to have a chance, of course, you just have to take care of your own self and win and win and win.
Absolutely.
But we'll continue to follow that search. Meanwhile, we want to mainly talk to you today about your new position. That's what counts. That's what's high on the charts for us. And we talked about it late last fall, I suppose. Maybe the last time we had you in for Talking Sports, when it was up for grabs, the pitching coach position and the bullpen coach and so forth. But either one was going to be a dream come true, and you are back in the bigs with the Cards as the pen coach, and that's baseball heaven for you.
It is. I've completely enjoyed it. It's been like I say, it's a dream come true all over again. When you're young, you want to play in the big leagues, and when you get older and you can't play anymore, you want to coach in the big leagues.
Yeah.
And it's been a real pleasure working with Maddox, and we get along really well, and it's been wonderful.
And I figured you would land that. Hey, I was pulling for you for the pitching coach and so forth. Maddox, a great hire though there too, and you have this bullpen gig. That's pretty cool. That's another stepping stone.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I say, it's been everything I dreamed it would be and more. So it's just wonderful.
Now, Mike Maddox, who is your partner there, and he's with you in the dugout as you talk with us on Talking Sports. That he did win the sweepstakes, but you've known him for some time too, right? I'm pretty sure you said that last fall, and you had an initial chance to really get in sync with him in Jupiter, of course, this past spring early.
Yeah, exactly. We were actually in spring training together with Boston back in I don't know what 90, maybe 6, I would say, probably somewhere around there.
20 plus years ago, huh?
Yeah, 20 plus years ago. Yeah. So, but we were talking about last night a couple of things that happened that spring. A couple little stories. It was good. So, yeah. But he's been wonderful to work with.
Any story you can relate to us there, Gertie, or not for prime time?
No, probably can't. Nothing bad, but I just don't want to throw anybody under the bus. So.
Yeah, leave that to me. Incidentally, has this brother Greg showed up at all?
We haven't seen Greg. No, not yet. I got a feeling we will at some point, maybe.
Okay, he's playing craps in Vegas, isn't
he? He may be.
Well, you always spent the Maddox thing and all that, but you always spent a portion of your time in the Major League camp in Florida, even when you were with the Memphis Redbirds as the AAA pitching coach. But you got the big load, the full share of it in Jupiter in February and March, didn't you, this time?
Yeah, and it was great. Like I said, Mike's been really good about letting me help with, scheduling and things like that. And we talk over pretty much everything with our pitchers. We sit down and look at video together, and like this morning we'll look at last night's game and see if we can come up with anything, and then we'll do the same. The first game of the series, like yesterday, is usually a little bit even longer day than the normal days. The first game of the series, we obviously go over the whole opposing lineup and their bench players and get a plan together, and then have a meeting with all the pitchers and go over each guy, so we have a game plan going into the game. So
make that a quick watch from last night, all right, Brian?
Okay.
Now you even watch. This is what you did during the All-Star break. I know you're back home driving that tractor and mowing lawn, and you also had to scuffle on over to Busch the night before you left for Chicago to watch video with Mike Maddox, didn't you?
Yeah. It's it's one of those things we knew we wouldn't have time the day of, because we flew out the morning of the game there after the break, and so we went in the day before, the last day of the break, and knocked it out and got our plan together. Incidentally,
you do a very fine job of mowing your lawn. I understand you're a little worried about your wife. She's not quite straight as an arrow. Is that true? Somewhere along the line I got that message. I'm not sure.
This is true. Yeah. In fact, she'll hate me for saying this, but the last time she mowed,
yes,
she the mower had a flat tire on the back.
Oh, no.
So the grass was all uneven, and
yeah.
Essentially she got fired for mowing.
But she has a guaranteed contract, so pay up.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. I do want to flip back to the Redbirds before we get back to the parent Cardinals, because one more time, that season at AAA last year, unbelievable. You won 91 games and went on to win the Pacific Coast League Championship, too. That was a way to go out of your minor league coaching career, wasn't it?
Oh, it was incredible. What a fun team, and what a fun season. Set several records, both pitching wise and offensively, I believe, and it was a lot of fun. It sure was, Rip.
Boy, and you had that one game, I guess, playoff for the championship. You did lose that one, right, to the International League.
Yeah, we did. We got beat in that one, but the biggest one's that league championship,
right,
there for sure.
Yeah, the other is just the bonus. It's icing on the cake. And now many of those pitchers that you tutored on last season's Memphis championship team, the PCL championship club, are of course toiling at Busch, and some of those got there a little quicker than they probably even could imagine.
Yeah, and they. To their credit, these kids they're doing a good job. They really are. They're very attentive, and they want to get better, and they're doing a good job. We have the Hudson kid here now, who's been a starter, pretty much his whole short career, but he's doing a great job, warming up down there. The biggest thing is the younger guys. Sometimes they don't know really how to get loose, or how much to throw in the bullpen before they go into the game. So I'll kind of walk him through that, and he's done an excellent job. He throws enough down there, but he just waste all of his bullets. So he's done a great job.
Well, since you brought him up, he had a gem of a season at Memphis, didn't he? And you never know how this breaks. Just look at all the changes now with guys going here and getting released and so forth. But is he a true starter, really, above the bullpen? Not so much out of relief, but is his starting is really his main deal?
Yeah, he can obviously do either one. I think that you may see a point where he gets back into the rotation. That's kind of above my pay grade.
No,
but,
nothing's above your pay grade.
For me, he has the stuff to do it. Put it that way, Rip. He has the stuff to do it.
Yeah, seems rather mature and all that too. Far ahead of me on that level as well, Gertie. So, you know that. Jordan, we can't ask about everybody, but one or two others here. Everybody just can't get enough of Jordan Hicks, and mainly because of that fastball, and it is that 102, 103, whatever the case may be. But what else can you tell us about that fireballer? Got into the game again last night, and he's had some really tremendous outings.
He has. He just a young kid, 21 years old, blessed with an incredible arm, and it's. I got to say, I haven't seen that kind of velocity with that kind of movement ever in my life. And they make me play catch with him every day.
Do they?
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't see that well anymore.
Now, are you just playing catch, or do you once in a while toss in that left-handed catcher's mitten?
Well, I got to use the catcher's mitt.
Okay, well, you're true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, so someone volunteered me to play catch with him each and every day.
Was that Maddox?
Not really good. So, it was not Maddox. I think it was the other pitchers. They didn't want to throw it. But it is. He's got an incredible arm and obviously a really bright future, and I'm really happy for the kid. Here's another kid that, really, he threw out of the bullpen just a little bit, I believe, at the end of last year in A-ball.
True.
But, been a starter, and he's made a great transition. He's done a wonderful job as well, getting loose down there, but not wasting bullets. So he's done a great job.
Ponce de Leon. Ponce has gotten a lot of pub, and for good reason. But Mike Myers, I want to toss out his name because actually I've been impressed with him pretty much from the opening of the season. I really like him. Big, strong guy. He throws hard too, and shows a lot of command, I think.
Yeah, he's really proud of that kid. You know, the first time he got called up, was it last year or the year before, he scuffled a little bit. I think he started a game and got knocked around. And his first couple times to the big leagues, he didn't have a lot of success. But he's made a couple little minor mechanical changes with him, and he's taken to it. And this guy, he is a bulldog. He wants the ball every day. He's real, he's strong.
Right.
And his velocity, which we thought when he went to the bullpen, it would tick up a little bit, and it has. And we've seen, some upper 90s out of this kid now, and he's going to be a good one. I believe that for sure. He's got a really good slider, really hard slider, and he's gotten better command. That's the biggest thing for him. Early on, he struggled with his command, and now he's learned to get his fastball down in the zone more, and then elevate his fastball when he wants to intentionally. And he's getting some strikeouts. And like I say, he's a really strong kid. He's very durable. He wants to pitch every day. And he said something the other day that Maddox and I thought was really good. He said, the more I go out there, the game is starting to slow down for me now. And which is exactly what you want to hear.
That's,
yeah. So, because it is fast for young guys. It's really fast.
Meanwhile, it's tough to explain what happened with Greg Holland, huh? And I know, boy, he's had a really good career. He did slip off. He tailed off at the end of last year. But do you have the impression that you got to be in spring training, man?
Yeah. I think that was the
catch up.
The biggest thing right there. He just didn't have the spring training, and some guys will say that spring training is overrated or whatever, but
no,
spring training is essentially for pitching. I truly believe that, and it's to get guys ready to compete in the season. And without that, you are definitely behind the eight ball for sure.
And he's not the only one that Lance Lynn went down the wrong road, and others too. So, but it's tough to catch up. Yeah, hitters, they can get ready in a blink, But Brian Everskirt is with us at Carlisle High and Kaskaskia College grad. Has anything? You got the new manager now. We're not going to get into that, but you do have the new guy in Mike Schilt, who's you've worked under him for a while. But has anything changed for you now in terms of communications with the dugout or anything since Schilt took over, or in relation to maybe the way you organize and run that players lounge, that bullpen lounge down there?
No, it is really, really close to exactly what we were doing before. We just got a few, obviously some different arms down there, but it's really good. It's the way I learned, to run a bullpen, and it's working out really well.
And what are your just I'm Monday or Tuesday night? I said we're going to find out completely Saturday morning. So what are the main duties down there as the bull? I mean, you just don't wait for the pitching coach to die. You've got a lot of challenges down there, don't you, Gertie? I mean, what do you count pitches? You prep them for the possible hitters coming up. What's all entailed there?
Yeah, I keep a book of exactly what's going on during the game. Each hitter, our hitters and theirs. So I have exactly where we are in the lineups, and obviously lineup changes, things like that, we have to keep track of. Obviously, when we get a pitcher hot, there's a guy in the lineup we're wanting him to face, or we want him ready for a certain hitter, and then I also have the notes from our meeting, earlier in the day, so they have all of that down there. We have some heat maps and other charts down there for them to look at in a book. For the guys in the bullpen to check out during the game if they need a little idea on what where a hot zone is for a hitter or whatever it is.
Amazing.
And then I'll give them a little, tidbit about the hitter they're about to face. Here's so-and-so's coming up, and, we can get him out like this, and apply what, that certain pitcher has, to that hitter that they're going to face. And some guys want a little more info, some guys want a little less. It's just kind of feeling out what each guy needs. And then obviously we count the pitches they throw. Once the catcher gets down, we record how many pitches they throw to get loose that day. So just to keep a kind of a running track on how many throws they're making and keep a track of their bullets.
Nothing slips by you. That job was so easy 30 years ago. You just flip them the ball. But I also say this for guys like you now in the pen, this prepares you for if you want to become that pitching coach, wherever it may be in the future, this gets you more ready for that too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You know it all. You know it.
And being a pitching coach in the minor league side, there's obviously a lot of similarities, and obviously there are a few things that are different. And the biggest difference is at the minor league level, there's some development still going. And at this level, it's all about the W. We're chasing that W every night. It's all about winning the game.
Hey, is Mike Maddox next to you?
He is not.
Okay,
no,
he took off.
He's inside.
I wanted to ask him some embarrassing questions about you. Okay, we'll put that off. You are earning a lot of camera time too. Wow.
That is not good. I got a perfect face for your radio show.
That's why we're both on here this morning on the radio frequency. But have you been greeted by many fans? I've only been over a couple of times, and you're way out there in that. But I know you've had some fans holler at you now and then, which is great. Some friends and some fans and family. That's all good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is good. And about a million kids that want a ball every night, so which is fine.
Yeah, bring a bunch of those home the next time when you come off this road trip. And that's the thing, too. You leave early. I've seen you, it's early as far as I'm concerned for a 7 o'clock game. 8:30, 9 o'clock, you're out the door at Hoffman, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. A lot of days. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, but that's what we do. So.
Yeah. All in all, it's a great gig, and I'm sure. Yeah, there's a grind to everything, and all these road trips, and so you're used to that. At least you get those high quality charter flights now.
Oh, this travel is so easy compared to that just Pacific Coast League. Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's great.
Hey, Clinton County, that's always comes first in the hearts and minds of anybody like you and Gaettes next door. It's all the same, but all the others, Tolley and so forth. I'm, Odorizzi from Highland. But we have another one, Trevor Richards from Aviston. He's doing a bang-up job with the Miami Marlins.
Yeah, he is. He's doing a great job. We're headed to Miami after we leave here tomorrow. So
yeah, he pitched today, so you'll see him, or last night. You'll see him, won't you?
Yep. Chance we'll see him. Yep.
I believe so.
So.
And Lance Lynn, I'm all for him. I was one in the camp that it was a two-way street. I get it, but anyway, he's with the Yankees now, and he's been filtered into the rotation. He could have quite the end of this season yet.
Yeah, it's hard to say. You just never know what can happen. It's a crazy game.
Boy, that is for sure. So let's see who pitches tonight. I lost Gomber, isn't it?
Yeah, we have Gomber going tonight. Yes, sir.
Good-looking left-hander who had an impressive debut as a starter right after Ponce, that Monday-Tuesday flash.
Yeah, exactly. Those guys back-to-back threw really good games. So looking for good things. It's nice to have a lefty in there. We haven't had much of a lefty in that rotation all season.
I think you are the last lefty the Cardinals have had in the rotation.
Yeah, I had one time in a rotation.
Yeah, and that was pretty spectacular down at Florida, right? 5 innings, a shutout over the Marlins. You settled in for Real Cormier. He got sick.
Yes, sir.
Took over, and you were good enough at short notice to be on our radio show at Salem the next morning, the Sports Showcase.
So,
that's all about timing, Gary. We had to get you on with your first victory.
Yep, it was great.
All right. Yep. As always, Brian, we appreciate it, and we'll get you with a little more in-depth interview this fall after the season. And I know Gary Gaetti wants to. He comes home more often now, and maybe we can try and lock him.
I saw him at Busch Stadium. He came by. I talked to him.
Really?
Yeah, believe it or not. Yep. He was over there at Busch for something, and we chatted for about 10, 15 minutes. It was great.
Wow,
yeah, he looked great. So, yep.
A card show might have been one of those because he's still doing those too. I know he's been in St. Louis. I mean, I'm not sure on that occasion, but
yeah, gotcha.
we'll get you on either solo or with him after the season, of course. Thanks a bunch.
Sounds great, Rip.
See if you can pick up a few wins, and we'll just leave it at that, all right? So good luck the rest of the way.
Great. Thanks a lot, Rip.
All right. Brian Everskirt of the St. Louis Cardinals. Our thanks to him and also to Rick Sherman and Tom Burlison. Really quick, our trivia winner. We got one here. It's Dave Brinkman from the Hoffman area who put this golf package from the Carlisle Lake Golf Club into good use. The question, the answer, name the Hall of Fame pitcher who's lost the fewest games. Forget about those victories. How about the fewest L's? Was it Dizzy, Sandy, or Whitey? It is Cardinals right-hander Jay Hanna. Dizzy Dean, he only lost 83 games, and he won 20 or more in his first 5 seasons. He went 150 and 83 with a 3.02. Well, that's where he was a Hall of Famer. But Dave Brinkman gets the 4 count of golf passes from Carlisle Lake Golf Club. We'll see you Wednesday between 6 and 7 on Talking Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Mako Elevator in Centralia. See Mako for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.